Yo, the two things I've always wanted in life are freedom and peace. The freedom to do what I want when I want to do it, and the peace that comes along with it. Now, having been raised in an African household, a Christian one for that matter, you have no idea the ass whooping I endured, sometimes even over the smallest matters. I've also had to endure living under some of the weirdest, most nonsensical and most unnecessary rules known to mankind. So when I tell you all that I've gone through hell and I'm alive and still going through it, believe it. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some of them, or all of them. A quick disclaimer before we continue with the video: be prepared to cringe. Yeah, so I'll be going from least unnecessary to most unnecessary rule. So without wasting any time, let's jump right in. The least unnecessary rule I grew up having to follow was to not make friends with our neighbors. Now, as I grew up later on, I did come to know why this rule existed, because in the last neighborhood we lived in, our neighbors on both sides did some really messed up shit. Shit so messed up, if I mention it here, the almighty algorithm will make me suffer the consequences, and I do not want to risk getting this video demonetized in the future. So yeah, our neighbors were no different from devil worshippers. But then, even with the other residents in the neighborhood who were quote unquote good, I wasn't allowed to go over and play with the other kids. I low-key think this is why I hate neighbors. In fifth position, we have not being allowed to watch TV during the week. On top of being the only person in my class who didn't have a phone, I also couldn't even watch my cartoons, even after doing my homework. You don't know how much I hated this rule. One of the worst feelings I had to go through was when new episodes of The Amazing World of Gumball and Teen Titans Go would be aired during the week. And being someone who couldn't watch TV, every episode was spoiled every single day. This same rule made me miss the one and only airing of the final episode of Regular Show back in 2017. It still pisses me off to this day. In fourth place, we have not being allowed to grow my hair out. Bro, the fuck? As mentioned earlier, I was raised in a Christian household, a Jehovah's Witness home to be specific, so you'll just know where I'm coming from. To be honest, I really fuck with the fro, you know? I've always thought afros are cool, and I'm a supporter of keeping your hair, but guys, when a crazy dude claiming to be your father says you can't keep your hair because it's evil or because it will make him look like his son's a devil worshipper, you really begin to think about where we're going as a society, you know? Gonna lie, I dead-ass facepalm every single time I'm speaking with my parents because their beliefs are simply unbelievable. What's even crazier is, even as a 19-year-old, I'm still forced to cut my hair. It's so sad. So if y'all ever see me with short hair like this dude, just know that my entire family is doomed to be forever chopped. In third place, we have not being allowed to watch TV shows with magic. And now for a moment of silence. Now this rule was dead ass crazy because it reached a point where my parents believed that superheroes were evil, and that the monsters or ghosts in, Scooby-Doo that turned out to be actual people in disguises were demons or some shit like that. I'm always left wondering where and how these two people were raised for them to be thinking like this. I mean, it surprises me every single time. On top of that, I love anime. One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, Boku no Pico, you name it, I'm gonna love it. But my rents are coming to think that anime is evil. Ooh.
Are you serious, my brother?
Bro, you have to have the IQ of a coconut. No, the IQ of a banana to think anime is evil. Parents really need to be serious with their lives. In second place, we have not being allowed to draw or make art. I love art. Sculptures, paintings, corn, NSFWs, fan art, but my favorite form of art is drawing. Can't express just how much I love to draw. And so naturally, one thing I hate more than my anime being called childish and useless is having my drawings being called childish and useless and being discarded. I remember every time my mother would find my drawings in my backpack, like whenever she would pack me my lunch, she would just throw them in the trash, you know. I mean, does she know how many countless restless hours I spent on those masterpieces just to see them being thrown in the trash like they're nothing? It's so sad. I'm low-key gonna cry now. And apparently they're trying to bring that rule back. In my head I was like, bitch, we all know I'm not gonna follow this rule. Especially knowing that if I don't draw, I'm going to start wasting my time on alcohol and cigarettes and cocaine and shit like that. I don't want to do that with my life. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The most ridiculous rule of all time. Yeah, so the most ridiculous rule I grew up with was I wasn't allowed to use the peace hand sign. It's ridiculous, I know. This, I wasn't allowed to make this hand sign. I remember one time we had a class trip. I think that was 5th grade. Yeah, that was 5th grade. At the class, during the class trip, we took some photos. Like each member of the class took a photo. So like in my photo, I used the peace hand sign. Then like when the photographs got printed out, I went to show it to my mother, you know. And then she literally lost her balls that day. She went around screaming, shouting over me just using the peace hand sign, man. I mean, what? So yeah, I grew up with some crazy ass rules, most of them making no sense compared to others, and leaving a childhood-sized hole in my heart. But on a serious note, I really need to leave this house. So guys, I'm begging, help a brother out. So yeah, we have come to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and like, I don't know, maybe support me on Patreon or something. I make art. So yeah, peace.